some information that what we're going to talk about for the next sort of hour, half hour, 45 minutes. I can't guarantee you how long it'll go. I like to explain what we're going to do. I like to show you what we're going to do, and then we'll go out in the field and put it into practice. So, and basically, my coaching career started in November. So, you know, I'm the halves and hooker coach for our club at Canterbury. So, the best I ever thought as a player was when I was told something. When I saw it, then I went and put it into practice. As I asked other players, they either get it in their head when they read it, they get it in their head when they see it, or when they do it, they get it in their head. So I like to do all three methods so I know you get it. So, advanced skills. So obviously advanced skills is the next step up from what Wayne spoke about this morning about basics. If you believe that first graders don't do basics, you're off your head. So from November 1 till December 23, which was a six-week training program, our club went through pulling everything back and we did basics of everything. Learn how to catch, learn how to pass, learn how to run straight, learn how to tackle technique, and the absolute basics of basics. And every day we do that as a core skill, as our warm-up, one of those drills. So, you know, I was talking to Michael, and most guys that think if they get a rep side at a young age, they need to get to the end and get to the flashy stuff really quick. Generally, it's the basic stuff that we still work on that we get right. Basics are why you score tries, basics are why you save tries, and basics help you become a better football player. So I'm going to give you some things today that'll hopefully be able to have in your repertoire to make you a better player or an advanced skill. So I've put, as you see on first page, is advanced skills. So 3 things I work on: attention to detail, which obviously Wayne spoke about, pretty important, about if someone's doing it wrong, pick them up. I think I have a fair knowledge. You know, most things you'll see I'm talking about today are attacking things. You know, so I'd like to think 15 years of experience, watched a few good players, had some good coaches, have a little bit of knowledge about football or attack. So attention to detail, get it right. Don't worry about being flashy. I was never the flashiest player, but I worked on getting it right. Attention to detail is little basics. You know, body position, hands, what Wayne spoke about, eyes up, simple things we'll go through. Execution to me, and I'm so glad that Wayne or the Dragons probably won the comp. So when I sell to a 16-year-old or an 18-year-old kid, execution is more important than brilliant. Dragons won the comp after being probably one of the, I won't say the flashiest side in the competition, but they executed really well. So when it's easy to send a message to a 16 or 18-year-old kid to say, do it right, execute properly, you'll score points. 16-year-olds and 18-year-old kids want to do 71 leads, face balls, mirror balls, cut out things that look great once, that probably don't work 5 times. So to sell the message, it's quite easy at the moment because the Dragons won the comp. Now, I played a lot of my football on executing properly. And the last one is decision making. So decision making is 2 things. Decision making is looking up and saying yes or no, I'll attempt to play. So don't premeditate what we're going to play. And then hitting the right play that's in a hole. So the 5 skills that we're going to work on today. Playing straight. I think Ricky spoke on the first day about playing straight. Playing straight, passing, tempo, vision, and kicking. As I said, 5 things I think I have a fair knowledge about, and I suppose I built my career on. So, a couple of things there at the bottom of the first page. Now that I'm a coach and not a player, it's something I've been told is very important, that when you come up with a drill, make sure it has a purpose. I used to hate going to training and doing stuff that had no use. So now if I'm going to go to train, then I'm going to make my players train for an hour on something that they're going to get a benefit from. So now I've learned that being a coach, it's not about turning up the football field, grab a couple of pads and grab a footy and go out and say, okay boys, today what do I feel like doing? We'll play 3-on-2s. You know, just make it up as I go. So now I plan my week, I plan what I'm going to work on. Each time I arrive at the training paddock, I know what I'm going to do that day. So a bit of planning. So each time I know I go out in the football field, the drill or the purpose of what I'm doing is to make them better. It's pretty much, what Wayne emphasised today. Don't waste their time. You're going to have a mixture of kids that want to learn, a mixture of kids that have a massive ego and think they're great. They will eventually fall out of the way. And you have kids that have, probably got a bit of both. They've got a bit of talent, but also they've got a bit of time to try. So if you're going to waste their time, well, you could be wasting the good kids' time as well as the bad kids' time. So I figure don't waste anyone's time. No. There's a difference between if you have a fun day, games days are cool, touch footy comps are great, let them know it's just a fun day. When it's time to work, it's time to work. If I'm trying to make you better, I want your attention to detail. I need your ability to switch on. And a lot of the plays that I'm going to draw here on this screen, they work for a reason. So working for a reason is, set plays off scrums, set plays off taps, certain scenarios we're playing a football game because mathematically, you make the defence do what you want them to do, you've got an overlap. So this is taking the advanced skill to the next level. Second man plays only work when I play direct. When I can bring the defender in, I can create the overlap with the fullback. Create a 4-on-3 or 3-on-2 or 2-on-1 somewhere. So I'll go to the next page. I'll start breaking up and getting into what each of those things are. So playing straight. Ability to play directly up the field. Not unders, not overs. A lot of times I see ball players wanting to run overs to play to a sideline because they think the space is out there. All you're doing is taking the space off your mates. And I've seen some clubs that work really hard on playing unders that they get so caught up in direct playing unders, they get on that inside foot, they get on that plant leg, they can't throw a dummy and keep running. Because I'm about like this. So I want you to play direct. I've worked on about 10 weeks now with our whole club, not just our hubs, being able to run straight and play direct and pass without having to fall to your defender or your attacker. So a couple of things, a couple of drills. So it's going to sound funny. I don't know. We're blessed in a way. We sometimes do a warm up on an athletics track. You know how on an athletics track they got running lines? I'm trying to get our groundsmen to put a running track on a football field because it's the best way of teaching you how to run straight. So if you build it, I'll show you what I mean. So we've got a checkered board here, which is quite good. My drawings generally are pretty horrible. So they're the running tracks. So I can have a player in this one, and out here, for example. So they're running that way, passing the ball to each other. The lines show me that they don't run straight. The lines will actually show yourself that you step off your line. So there's feedback automatically for yourself that you're not doing it right. So a coach doesn't always have to stand at the end and say, oh, you're playing unders, you're playing overs, you're taking your space away. Because as soon as you step over that line, you see it yourself. Now, hopefully a lot of times we're talking about advanced skills. So we know how to run straight and pass. We're now trying to get you to run straight, fast, draw and pass, hold your line. I love this drill. It's amazing how many times people look down at their feet, ball hits them in the head. I'm telling you, first grade footballers, you've got to be able to run straight and pass. You know your legs don't pass the football, your arms do. So I should be able to run straight with my legs. I'll look straight where I'm running, and all I do is just watch the ball roll. Because when it comes time in a football game to play straight and create space, and I have a 5-on-4 from the middle of the football field, we spoke about numbers defensively. If I have 5 attackers, there's 4 defenders. If we all play straight, then I know my winger's going to score. Yeah? So, I'm the halves hooker coach at the club. The one thing I'm trying to teach them to do is play straight. If you ask me what's the most thing I'm working on at the moment, play straight. I'll do short passes and long passes as a halfback or a 5'8" or as a centre, and I'll get Simon to jump up and do some dummy half stuff and controlling the ruck, bringing forwards onto the play, so you guys all get an idea of both things. You know, tight hit-ups to long passes to playing. Short passes often work well with very soft hands. I think Wayne spoke about that this morning, about why do you not spiral, because it's soft. Short passes, there's no wrist. So thankfully I wrote this last night and this morning before I got here, otherwise you'd would think I'm copying him. Hate blokes, I don't know if we've got a football, hate blokes that think it's cool to not look at their target. So not look at their target, they run straight, they do the right thing, flick the wrist. It's all about looking cool rather than actually attention to detail. If you're talking about 16, 18